What's up, everyone? This is Dirty Phonics.
What's up, guys? This is Gareth Emery.
Hey, guys. This is Slushy here.
Phase 1 complete. Assembling family members.
What's up, Monster Cat fam? This is Keon hailing from Ohio.
Hey, it's Matt listening in some stuff.
יומן הקפיטונה, היי ברוכים השבים 4-2 לאורנוס תאריך כוכבים המשכתי בחיפוש אחרי תנאי מחיה טובים עד שכמעט ואזלו המשאבים בים קום לחזור הביתה נקלעתי לפנטזיה עליתי קצת למעלה איבדתי גרביטציה פרידה השאירה חור שחור בלב בגודל אסיה אז התחלתי מחדש מול הגלקסיה טס לאן ללא ידוע לבד ולא רגוע הלב מאוד פצוע בכל זאת נוע הגעגוע הוא הכוח הכי גרוע אני לא נלחם בו וגם לא נשאר כנוע ממשיך מחפש עם השיט עם הסטרס מה שבא בשבילי בשבילי זה הבסט לסדר את הווסט כנס לקווסט חפש את הפסט שחרר את הברקסט ונקסט יו לבדי מבולבל מול הדין מאופן מי יגיד אם בכלל כולנו עבודים בחלל לפעמים זה לא קל אל תרגיש כעומלם בוא איתי כי חבל כולנו עבודים בחלל פיתונה לבד שלי המשיך 4 משהו לשבתאי כוכבים תאריך אין לי שמץ של מושג לאן פונים או מה צריך אני טרמפיסט בגלקסיה בלי מדריך לוקח אוויר ונזכר בלילות הקשים בכולם מחפשים לעשות להרשים לגלות להגשים להאשים ועושים המון רעש יחסית לאנשים אבודים בחלל זום אאוט מבט מעל מבין שהלבד שלי הוא לא לבד כלל דתות צדדים כתות שבטים אורות שלטים מרוב פחדים שכחתי שאני מסוגל ליהנות מהנוף מהרייד אין סוף לפניי אני לוסט אני בוס אני פה אני חי וואלה כי מזמן טס אז רק פרסט קלאס כמו זינק סטארדסט אני שם גז לבדי מבולבל מול הדין מאופן מי יגיד אם בכלל כולנו עבודים בחלל לפעמים זה לא קל אל תרגיש כעומלם בוא איתי כי חבל
ולא מודים עדיין כולנו עבודים בחלל ושוב רבים על בית מוצא אותת ימין או שמאל אז בוא נרים לחיים כולנו עבודים בחלל כולנו עבודים בחלל כולנו עבודים בחלל כולנו עבודים בחלל כולנו עבודים
ايوه هلا يا حبيبي لا Diagnostics. Machine status fully operational. System online. All stations are now enabled. Target dog resistance. Operation overkill. Operation overkill. Kill them all.
Ow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the party. We're gonna get rolling with this match, as you can see on the sidebar there, though. It is not live yet. So, yeah, there we go. Make me square, dog. Once we get that up, we will switch over to that. In the meantime, I'm going to play some Minesweeper in a hot second here. Maybe do just a touch more promo. Whoa. Let me know if everything's kosher. Copa Sap it. I want to not max. I want to yell. Oh my god. Totally don't want to yell. Too loud. Too loud. You gotta do that. Mic check. Check. Yeah. There we go. We're having fun. And stupid monster cat. We'll be a little bit more quiet once we get rolling here. Let me tweet one more time and do a little bit more publicity. We'll get some Minesweeper going too. How's your night going, guys? Hope it is excellent. Mine is very excellent. That's what I think of this song, but it's pretty entertaining. I just got a tweet. I'm gonna start playing some Minesweeper. like some left field shit. And left field's a pretty good band. Old school. Okay, it's Minesweeper time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit. Yow. My stream, I think, is running okay. Stream health is excellent, so YouTube tells me. But at the same time, I also don't totally believe that, which is kind of how my upload rate is going. Ooh. I'm not going to click that yet. What am I doing? It was a good board. I'm like, I'm waking up. I'm waking up. What? What am I doing? Oh, what? Okay, been a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Had to guess. Still no Chongqing Major match over on the sidebar. Maybe I'm missing the big Mars announcement. JK, JK. What am I doing? Dude, this bullshit. It's a pretty good time, but I got stuck. I had to guess. Oh, I was feeling myself too much. Thanks for joining me, everybody. We're waiting on game info on the major, still not up. So we're playing some Minesweeper in between times. As we killing times. I had a really good speed on that, like prediction. I mean, I was early in it, but I was flying pretty good. Should have wrote that one out. Sometimes when you actually like clear for a long time, like sometimes mentally I'm like, oh, that means it's a bad start, but really if you're able to click around for a long time, you actually you're like getting free information for later. So, you know, you're staying alive, so it's like you might as well just keep rolling. Tough luck so far. Ooh, oh. Can't forget why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Still might try to get one good game of Minesweeper. That was not quite it, but could have been. Silly. Okay, they only got 2 bands in. Lich Anti-Mage. Kind of like the Anti-Mage first, that's kind of funny. And then they ban the Medusa. Oh man, come on. Ooh. Ah. Just granted a second life and then I wasted it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Seems like there's a way in up there. Okay, cool.
remaining. Dire team's turn to pick.
Okay, first pick. We got the Magnus.
Remaining.
Woo. Okay. I think we should take that as a good enough of an omen and focus on what we're doing here.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Yeah, I'll switch up to more of a chill vibe on the next time. Hey, thanks, John. Good to see you, man. We were just chatting about you earlier. We were just going over like LaCrumb's like history, getting into the Burnsiders and whatnot. And of course, that first Rewind LAN was awesome, and that's why I brought you up, man. It was just great to have you there. Part of the team. So they picked Shadow PA last match day, quite a bit.
Dire team's turn to ban.
I got chess moves to make, but we'll have to put those aside. Kunkka, the first second wave ban here. The Calm, aka Jonathan Green, exposed.
10 seconds remaining.
He's been learning the dotes. I mentioned that as
5
well.
seconds
That you've been playing some dotes. Crumb's interested in learning. If you see him, I don't know if you know Big. If you see him or Big around, holler at them to get some bot games in with you. Lots of Mag, PA, and MK, yeah, for sure. Mag, PA, real solid, and nothing you can really do to stop it in the way that the pick process. Oh no, never mind. They had pick first, so Secret would have had to get had to pick PA themselves to stop the Mag PA combo at that point. They banned Darkseer, which is another good combo with all of the above, and Mind Control is super good on Darkseer. Yow, Jopti. How's your Dota career going, Jopti? I've seen you playing, but
10 seconds remaining.
we haven't gotten a game together in a while.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Oh, they ban the Elder Titan. Honestly, though, ET, yeah, very strong with Tiny and Rubik. We need to get the squad together for NADCL 3.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to pick.
One coming.
Sorry, 1 second.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, just.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Sven stands ready.
Um.
10 seconds remaining.
Sorry.
5 seconds remaining.
All right, we're back. And Sven picked up for Secret, and that is an interesting one in terms of
Dire team's turn to pick.
you know, where it could possibly be, you know, utilized, carry or support. Shadow's been playing. He played PA and he played. Did he play Juggernaut? He played Medusa. And it's the CM announcer. Where is it? Yeah, I have the Crystal Maiden or the Meepo as my shuffle. Gaben is great. Where's Gaben? Do I have Gaben? Gaben's just in the kill streak. Yeah, there's the Gaben mega kills. So I got the Gaben equipped. Right? I don't know why. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Anyways, I'm all confused. It's like saying shuffle disabled, not equipped, equipped. But then I go to equip it and it's like unequip item. And you're like, no, bro. No. I've been rocking this dead mouse again recently, but I'm gonna go back to the Heroes Within music pack, who is made by my good friend Jeff Pumodi. Bryce. Okay, back to the draft. Love the Chen Kuroki. I would say that, you know, around the time of TI7, or TI8 actually, excuse me, at TI8, I got to watch a good amount of Chen Kuroki, over his shoulder. That is definitely something, that is a very special opportunity for sure. And it inspired me for sure to play a lot of Chen. After TI8, I played a lot of Chen, and I was feeling my Chen for sure. Right now, Chen's in a funky place. I guess in some ways considered not too strong. Still getting picked up though by some teams. I saw OG running some Chen. But then again, OG lost in the minor, so you know. But it's still OG, so there's that too. So you know. Oh, good call pulling up the hero pool there, Jopti. Actually doesn't show a lot of PA. Yeah, Phantom Assassin, really only 5 games on Phantom Assassin, including 2 of them from Liquid. And the other 2 games were in 2017, and 1 game in 2016, I believe. 2 games on Elder Titan Shadow. Dang, man, step it up. So Drow, Slark, Weaver, some Razor, some Jug, some Faceless Void, some Tiny, some Gyro.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
And Pugna probably going to the Matu. So basically, they've left Mind Control's hero for last here coming up. Nature's Prophet still on the board, just kind of like throwing that out there. I don't know if that's greatest idea.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know.
5 seconds remaining.
There's definitely some really cool ways that websites can scrape the Dota API to get stats about things. Tidehunter was banned. That would have been a good pickup for sure. Beast is still on the table. Beastmaster Chen seems like pretty good synergies. But then again,
Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to
they
pick.
banned the MK and Abyssal Underlord. So that's going to give them some team ability, definitely some survivability, and a little bit of lockdown with Pit of the Malphus. Pit of Maleficus. Yeah, John saying something with
10
a stun.
seconds remaining.
And Pit kind of works as a stun. I mean, that's a good
5 seconds
setup for other plays for sure. You know, Pugna's Ethereal Blast or just Wand. All of Chen creeps, you know, keeping people locked down and rooted for a little bit.
Choose your
First
hero.
Morphling. You know, so it's no secret here that I like Liquid's draft. Yeah. But Tiny's Eye is going to be dangerous. Puppy Sven, Yapzor Rubik though. Yapzor Rubik is pretty legendary, so I'll have to try to keep a close eye on him. Mid one Troll versus the Matsu Pugna, most likely. But Shadow's been crushing it on this PA. His PA's just been really strong. And I could just see Morphling just getting blown up by it. But team fights are going to be interesting. And I think that the team fight kind of advantage goes to Liquid. But also could be, you know, is going to be one of those games that the laning phase and how things get handled farm-wise is really going to determine how this game evolves. This Team Secret's heroes seem like if they kind of snowbally, you know, that they could just run all over Team Liquid. But Team Liquid has some solid, you know, stall, some solid high ground, and I like the late game of PA for sure. Late game Pugna is kind of a mixed bag for me, but, you know, considering kind of like the physical nature of Secret's lineup, I think that the Pugna is a really strong choice here. You got Decrepify, excuse me real quick.
Prepare for battle.
You got Decrepify, and just like the blast and everything Pugna has to offer is going to be really dangerous. Okay. That's the hotkey I want to. Yeah. Nothing crazy on the items. Kuro, a smoke, salve, 2 tangos. He gave 2 tangos away. Clarity and a branch. We're gonna have aggression here. Trying to cover for Yapzor perhaps as he gets in with a ward. Sven also having a ward though.
30 seconds to
And
battle.
they are being aggressive. AGGRESSIVE. Mind control staying top here. Probably just trade bottom 2 runes for top 2 runes. Right for left. Still up in the air over what the popular vernacular is for, you know, I think it's upper and bottom, right
This ain't
and
no
left.
snowball fight.
And Zai's actually just going to be able to walk in and just kind of bully that lane out. Puppy and Yapzor both haven't dropped a ward yet. They find Kuroki. GH actually nearby though, so this is actually fine. We'll be able to protect Kuroki. Look at that. What a bro. Just gets in the way for some light body blocking. Kuroki even turns around and gives Puppy a light how do you do. So it's going to be tri-lane down here versus tri-lane. I don't know if this is a return of the tri-lane, what we've been seeing lately. Definitely seems like a lot of tri-lane versus tri-lane. Kuro does have Holy Persuasion skilled first, waiting for creeps to spawn. Puppy going to just be trying to stand around and body block something. Kuroki waiting by the middle or medium camp though over there on the side. GH is going to see that this is just a body block, and Kuro's going to get a mud golem, so that's a pretty solid pickup for sure. And he's looking around. We'll see where he decides to go. Puppy, I think, saw that there was just one mud golem, so he is awares. And he's not waiting for another. Oh, he is. Okay. So we're going to take both of them and clear that camp out. That's maybe a small facet of Chen that I haven't always done or paid attention to, but that's smart about the mud golem camp. Because he does, if he controls it right, he does have 5 stuns basically at hand. 2 from the smaller golem, and then 1 from the big golem, and then when it splits, he'll have 2 more. But his small golems are going to die in 30 seconds. So, Puppy, kind of a Chen legend himself. So I'm sure he's well aware of the intricacies here. Meanwhile, yeah, so it's just tri-lane versus tri-lane with both the carries just standing in lane unmolested while the supports just kind of jockey for position around. But, you know, that's very typical. And Puppy, look, I say, girl, look at that. He knows that those 2 are going to die, so 1 second remaining, he gets the kill. And sort of surprised that they dropped that ward there. You know, maybe they thought that Puppy was trying to fake him out with by standing in the camp and that they blocked it anyways. But I was pretty sure that GH saw that Puppy was standing in the camp at the spawn time. So then again, maybe GH didn't place that sentry there. So and we do have a lift over here on Shadow. Shadow has blink. GH moves a little bit closer. Doesn't need to blink to him. And just kind of eats a tree and backs up. And actually, yeah, running over to Puppy. Body block underway. Puppy going for the TP out. Both of the stuns have been used. And he has got the whole persuasion on the Mind Stealer. That was maybe how he split the golems as well. Is going to be able to get 1 more stun out of the golems before they expire, the little guys. So starting off with the mud golems, definitely a good route for Kuroki. He has gotten the Empower already on Shadow. Not putting a point into Shockwave yet. And here comes those 2 stuns that I mentioned. Kuro still just level 1 right now, but he's been pretty busy with the creeps. Gonna be trying to get over here to get a stack off. Think he'll just be able to get the small camp. Lift goes out, and a Stormhammer. GH with a big skewer and a nice blink to that range creep. Very conveniently placed away. He's gonna get salved as well. Kuro spots Puppy on the side here with his Mind Stealer. But Kuro still just level 1. Not too big of a deal since there's a lot he can do with just this 1 creep. He's going to try to keep eyes on Puppy, but Puppy actually outpaces that by almost 30 move speed. And I haven't been paying too much attention on the last hit deny score. You guys have probably been eyeing that, but it has been pretty even across the board. And again, the Mind Stealer just keeping an eye on Puppy as he would like to perhaps move in for a rotation. There's first blood though. I got there in time to see his corpse before it dissolved away, but excuse me for being a little bit late. And it seems like Yapsor just with lift and Fade Bolt. I don't know if yeah, and Skewer must have been on cooldown. Unfortunate for GH there. Or maybe he skewered and just didn't get far enough away. The Mind Stealer, Krog gonna be trying to get the deny over to it, and he does. So Yapsor just big waste of time. Head shake. I just really love. Oh, and look at that. That Sentry Ward is gonna pay off. Unfortunately, they do you know, lose it to the Quelling Blade. Or no, he just ate it. Got the super tree. But at the same time, it's like they know that both of those wards are there, so the information divulged by them is not so significant. So it looks like Tiny hit level 6 beforehand, but it's not really all that impactful of a level 6, relatively speaking. The pull has been attempted, or the stack, excuse me. If he, well, I don't know. He was trying to stack, obviously he hit the wrong time, so he must not have been trying to stack, because if he was trying to stack, he would have stacked, right? It's GH what we're talking about. So they ping that out again. Kuro has a sentry on the way eventually. We'll see if anybody else puts anything on the courier here. Shadow might, or okay, who went back? Mind Control went back. Okay. He's got Dark Rift, so he might just be, yeah, exactly. Going back for mana, Dark Rifting back out. Just a quick little taxi. Down on bottom lane. This game's still pretty slow to develop. Shadow taking some damage. Puppy trying to move in. GH with the big skewer says, "Get out of here!" And Dire Courier goes down as Matu dies to Anisha in the mid. So sort of unfortunate. I don't know if he was diving the Courier himself. Gotta go back and click on this dude. How do we, I forget. Oh god. Anyways, as we missed a kill on Kuroki down here. Puppy still level 1. Kuro has made it to level 3, but 2 points in Penitence instead of picking up another point in Holy Persuasion. Not laying down judgment, just noting for my own sake in your own education. And Nisha gonna TP back. Not gonna be hit by the blast, which would have been kind of nice considering his the shift in his attributes. But he's got plenty of stats, strength now. Top tower getting pounded a little bit as mind control's got some tangos. And let's see real quick. We're 8 minutes in, and very slight win probability for Team Liquid. So the Dota Plus likes the draft of Team Liquid, and so far nothing that has happened in the game which has made it change its opinion of that. Secret does have a slight advantage in the beginning. It's definitely what I was anticipating out of the draft. Just the way that some of these supports and that these heroes come online and how they're going to be able to interact with each other in the early game. And here comes the Penitence with GH on top of him as well. GH just skewers him further into the trees. Matu with the rotation, I didn't even see him come over. He's going to get the life steal. They're going to be able to get the kill on mid one eventually. Okay, there we go. The Ether Blast comes out. That life steal is not taking him down.
Structures have been snow fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under
I was
attack.
very surprised that that troll was staying alive. But you can see that's a pretty significant fight. Not a lot of gold for the other 3 players involved on the periphery. But still, nonetheless, a pretty important fight for Liquid to get the win on. Coup de grace, yeah, although, ooh, that's a good move there from Nisha. Transforming himself into the Pugna for the blast. So he's able to just power through that tower. Look at that, ouch. So Matu's died a few times in mid. It's been unfortunate, but at the same time, you know, I think Pugna, not the strongest early game laner. Pings out from Nisha, rotating towards the rune. He's going to run into mind control, firestorming. Going to get tossed up in the air and taken out. So they're going to get both runes on the left-hand side. Things are going pretty well, though, for Team Liquid over on the right-hand side. In the off lane, don't go for the Dire. I don't know why I'm calling it that, but either way, that fight goes all right for them. They just end up actually just getting a kill on Yapzor. Could have gone better. They get the one bounty in, and mid one over on the Ancient stack, getting some farm there. So let's check Dota Plus again. You can see it's kind of dipped down a little bit. It's kind of doubting the early game from Team Liquid. And again, the stats are, you know, heading in that direction of Team Secret right now. The graphs.
Middle tower is under attack.
Ping's going out regarding the missing presence of Nisha. I think they maybe sort of figured out that he's over in the Radiant off lane. Puppy's still very low on levels and experience.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But I guess he's down there with GH. And GH getting that RP is definitely going to be a big help. Unfortunately, though, he goes down over here with Nisha using a haste rune. And Nisha all over the place, actually. As he has run down here, gotten the kill on Kuroki as well. He's looking for more. And they do have some pretty good vision, so he's probably aware of where Shadow is at. Picking up Kuro, not the biggest of kills, but obviously still important. Zai going down here to the combination of Mind Control and Matu. Big damage on Yapzor as well, so they might be able to get 2 here. And this does represent some of the growing strength of Team Liquid, where they're going to be, you know, able to have some players that can just kind of walk up and get kills if they find members of Team Secret Isolation. And in fact, Nisha was using the replicant. That's why he looked like he was very low health for a second there. He's still going to be in trouble though with the penitence, the dagger. I guess wave forming away is going to be pretty straightforward for him. That's the war cry particle. Caught me a little off guard. I feel like they changed that recently. Nisha going up to that E-Blade. That's going to be a strong tool in his arsenal.
Top tower has been denied.
The shotgun, as it were. And you can see Secret moving around the map with confidence. They have great vision. There's our Radiant vision, definitely a little bit limited. You can see that they're playing pretty tight to where they're at. While the Dire definitely have solid vision of the Radiant safe lane. Moving on, GH. He's just going to take a ton of damage with that E-Blade. Sorry, not E-Blade yet. Ghost Scepter into the Adaptive Strike. Puppy lurking around. And Shadow hasn't had the best farm here. As his Vlad's completed. And moving up to Desolator into BKB. Into Basher seems to be the game plan. Pretty straightforward stuff from him, but definitely as he gets that Desolator, then he's just going to be able to like mow through people and shoot through a lot of their armor, do a lot of damage with this coup de grace and the Empower from GH. GH TPing up here, Mind Control coming as well. GH with the Skewer. He does have RP, looking to unveil that. The Pit of Malice and wow, yeah, there we go. Ton of damage with the ethereal form and everything else involved. Mind Control still lurking up here. Interesting little jump up there. Nisha waveforming in, has haste rune again, but Shadow with the dagger. Ooh, fakey. And haste rune extremely strong. Puppy's in here as well. So is Zai. So oh my god, a lot of damage coming out. RP comes out from GH. They're trying to throw out Pit of Malice. Get a lot of damage out here. Mind Control calls out to relocate though. Shadow can't kill people fast enough. And kind of a disaster for Team Liquid. Losing 4. And mid one pushing bottom at 15 minutes as Troll. So yeah, things are getting a little out of control here as Mind Control kind of trying to step in here with the Firestorm, but mid one can just take that tower down so low, so fast. And they're certainly going to be losing, if not that tower, at least the tier 1 top. Not going to be able to defend both of those. While mid one continues to farm in the jungle. He's going for the Morbid Mask now, so we'll be finishing that into Vlad's later. Yapzor doing fairly healthy on the money. Coming up on 5k, he's got a Blink and Arcanes, and moving into Ag Scepter next. So he's feeling pretty handy-dandy on the Rubik. I would guess that he's got 50 Rubik wins already. And he's throwing down the Firestorm, so sometimes there's always some confusing effects when you got Rubik on the table. And Shadow, there we go, the dagger into the Blink Strike. He's going to get lifted. Maybe needed to save the Blink Strike for post lift. but the blink away was going to be there. And we did have an observer ward from Team Liquid watching this go down. Is going to get dewarded. Yep, so we're using the shrine. And mid one on bottom. Mind control is there, but nobody else. Mind control making some drawings on the map, but backing up a bit. Mid one taking a lot of damage here. Shadow trying to come in. Mid one though just surviving as he's wailing away here. Matsu's got a ethereal form himself. They're trying to get the finish on mid one, but very hard to kill him right now. He's gonna get ethereal form, and the nether blast is gonna take him out. They're still lurking around here though. The relocate has gone out though by mind control. He's gonna get them out of there. They go to the shrine. That's gonna save GH. And no tower left here to even bother defending. So that was an excellent Dark Rift and escape from mind control. As this resets though, they are just gonna I don't know if they got spotted there, but their presence is probably gonna be known here. Crow's gonna run into Zai. Zai does jump forward, but he does get the Pit of Malice right on top of him. He's ethereal formed, has taken some serious damage. But Kuro has gone down. He'll be back in 20 seconds. This fight might run that long, possibly. Nether ward at the top of the cliff. Zai pretty low on health. 450. No crit on the dagger. But Team Liquid in this game for the long haul. And that is how things are going to have to be played. Yeah. Jopti pointing out PA, or Secret doing a good job of containing PA's farming areas. Very true. This is going to be dangerous for sure as Secret picks up this Roshan. Mid one and Nisha both have already been very difficult to kill. Put an Aegis on top of that, and they're going to be able to get this tier 2 with no problem whatsoever. Puppy going to be able to deward up there if you can reach it. Yep. Mind control. That's Pipe of Insight with Soul Ring. Just brown boots, which also seems to be something that's like kind of common at the moment on some of like the cores. I've seen it in a few games. You know, maybe just, I mean, it's always been sort of common to hesitate on finishing those, but just some of these players not necessarily putting a lot of emphasis on it, I guess. Yeah, Kuro, just the 1 point in Holy Persuasion, so that's interesting to know. It was 1 point in Holy Persuasion, 2 points in Penitence, and then 3 points in Divine Favor. So they're going to jump down low here, smoked up, kind of using Shadow as a bit of bait while they get the 20-minute rune. They spotted Zai blinking over thanks to this ward here. We saw this ward before, which again, on the map sort of shows that it's got another lane of vision here, but it does not. So that's kind of odd. Pings out, and that smoke from Liquid in the end unfortunately kind of useless, and they maintain kind of hard to tell exactly. Yeah. Oh, he still has the Kobold. Hard to get Shadow the farm that he needs. He is very close though to this Desolator. Very close. He wants that last 15 gold. There he goes. Throws out a dagger. And Kuro goes down over in the jungle. But the Desolator on its way to Shadow. So I mean that is a pretty significant jump in power. But Zai getting the kill on GH is unfortunate. Kuro will be back in 15. Not a whole lot can happen before then, but GH a few seconds out after that. And Puppy's going to take some damage there. Loses half his health, but mid one just gonna be able to walk in here, just bang away. GH is respawning here. This tower will get killed by the catapult, if not mid one. There we go.
Radiant's bottom tower is no
And they're
more.
pushing mid lane as well, with Nisha getting some damage on the tower. They might just back up and go for shrines. Sort of looks like, based off the drawing on the map, that that's what Puppy wants to do. And this is definitely going to be another war for Team Liquid. It's tough to say whether they've gotten over the hump yet, you know, in terms of items and, you know, getting themselves to be a bit more survivable. This Aegis, I think that if more damage can't be done with this Aegis, then that's a big win for Team Liquid. You know, that'll force Secret to kind of have to pull back and farm until there's another Aegis, which will give Shadow just more natural time to get more money. But then again, they are trying to push the tempo here, and that I think is the smart move, to not even let Shadow get time. So that Aegis was gonna go down anyways. Not sure exactly what the timing on that was. Side jumping in on Matu, gets the toss out. Nether Ward is out there. Matu does have an Invis rune that he was able to trigger, so that's kind of nice. Gets the ethereal form, and really GH doing some farming in the dire jungle, while there's some lines on the map from Shadow. So a bit of a, you know, again, it's sort of a decent hold from Team Liquid. I'm not sure what Underlord is saving up here for. I think he would be fairly close to a Vanguard if he was trying to buy that. Dagon's on the way for Matu, and as previously mentioned, it still looks like PA sticking to the same game plan of BKB into Basher. Now we can also see that has the Vanguard queued up after that. I think that's the build up into Satanic, right? Vanguard and Basher. I don't really play carry, so that's like one that's like, I'm like, oh yeah, that changed. Not my department. That's not the right attitude, of course. I should know everything about Dota. Just as a better Dota player. Somebody trying to be a better Dota player. And as this goes on, obviously, you know, Shadow can get a BKB. That's a big step up, you know, of not letting, you know, Rubik being able to stop him, and not being afraid of the Storm Hammer, the tiny combos, you know, anything that Rubik might steal besides the lift, and then just also all of the obnoxious stuff that mid one has on his kit as a Troll Warlord. So GH under tower, but is going to be able to TP out. And it is a 3-for-1 on the runes. Shadow might be in a bit of trouble here. Yapsor is there as well. In fact, I think he might just be left to his devices. Blur is going to go out. Isn't going to matter, though, as they are going to get the kill on Shadow. And that's on an unfortunate turn of circumstances, you know. There's been a few cases where Shadow has kind of gotten caught out playing for Team Liquid. And, you know, he has a stand-in. So, you know, on that aspect, chemistry is always going to be tough. But there also is a bit of a language barrier as well. So that's going to make things tough. And trying to play from behind and trying to stay alive and get farm where you can. So they're going to lose that barracks. Maybe even lose another barracks over here. See if they can keep Nisha locked down for another 10 seconds without really giving anybody up. Crow drops the Hand of God. And they lose the Radiant ranged racks. But I think if they keep the medium, the melee, excuse me, medium. I think if they keep the melee racks alive here, that's a bit of a win. And Roshan may respawn in 45 seconds or so. 35 seconds, more accurate. So we'll see what happens with that. If that's a quick respawn or a slow respawn. Certainly they'll be checking that out and wanting to get that on Nisha again. Yapzor walks in. As I said, still got some time to burn here. Kuro has a creep just parked over here for a little bit of scouting. And Puppy dinks out. But creep just gets killed before it can be dealt with at all. And still level 1 Holy Persuasion. I didn't quite see whether he maxed Divine Favor before he maxed Penitence or not. Or the third point in Penitence. So really not using Chen for his creeps in the early game. Just the one. And most of the time as well, you can see that he's picking up like a aura creep. Like the Kobold, or in this case, the Alpha Wolf for Shadow. And let's see where Shadow's at with that BKB. So, actually 400 gold away, needs the Mithril Hammer. And if he sold a Wraith Band, he's pretty close, pretty much there. See if that's what he does, goes back and sells the Wraith Band. Because I think that is, he just read on the button, maybe he sells the, yeah, he doesn't want to sell the Stout Shield quite yet. Okay, no, there we go, he sells the Stout Shield. Good, the other option is trade the Stout Shield for the Wraith Band and sell definitely I think the Wraith Band's more worth. So, Roshan and Cheese gonna go the way of Secret again. No surprise there. We do have a smoke out for Team Liquid. Kind of one of those smokes though, more just to kind of get an idea of what's happening. Mid one has a top lane pushed in. They're just going to try to get megas here by pushing down the last tower. Not too worried about the split, but Nisha is standing over there to keep that lane pushed out as much as possible. And Dagon has come out in one. And yeah, that's annoying. Loses 1,000 health pretty quickly. Shadow jumping in, the skewer out as well. That is sort of unfortunate timing in terms of when GH jumped him and then running away from Shadow. So Shadow blink striked in and then got Nisha pulled away. But they have pretty much repelled Team Liquid for now. Or Team Secret, excuse me. See how far back they go. Nisha dropping those attributes in order to get some more efficiency from the bottle. He's building a BKB as well. Shadow used that first charge. And Kuro, very poor. So poor. Crimson Guard, yeah, that was actually, excuse me, the item that he was going to build into with the Vanguard.
My waters rise.
And now he's building a Vlad's as well. Oh.
That's exact.
That is a Vlad's recipe. But Shadow does have a Vlad's already, so... I mean, that is an item, though, that Shadow is probably going to eventually sell that. So, I mean, if Mind Control is just sitting on buyback, you know, it might be 10 minutes before he buys that Vlad's. But, you know, if he uses buyback and then buys Vlad's and then saves up for buyback again, that could be the scenario. Vlad's is certainly pretty value. And, you know, the aura is only so big. It doesn't overlap, of course, but... You know, I think not the biggest deal to have two of them. My opinion. Nisha just trying to get in here and keep the push on. Ethereal Blast going out. There's the skewer. Maybe a little bit better time this time, but oh gosh, GH still in a lot of trouble. But Matu doing his best to heal him up. I didn't see quite what Yapzor stole. I imagine it was something devastating, though. They do get the kill on mid one, though, so, you know, the hold has gone down. It's actually just Skewer, the only thing stolen. We'll take Firestorm now. And Zai getting the kill on GH, which is unfortunate. Not the worst thing. As Yapzor continuing to run around and steal spells, has taken penitence now. Shadow moving forward, is feeling like a big boy. Easy kill on Zai. The Aegis has been popped as well on Nisha, so Nisha will waveform out. Shadow kind of stuck in this pit of malice, and Liquid wants to move forward, but I think they are going to have to pull back here. Shadow is on his way back, and now the rest of the team coming. No pings, but the communication or the game plan has been made evident. So that has worked out for Team Liquid, though. You know, 9 and 20 on the scoreboard. They did lose that lane of racks, but we've seen some resiliency out of them in this tournament. You know, where this patch is kind of at, you know, does sort of seem to be one of these patches where, you know, you can lose in 25 minutes, you know, or you can turn the game around in the late game, you know, and get to a point where the other team really just can't do a lot against you. And it seems like in some sense, Liquid is heading towards that direction. It definitely is still on some of these supports. Have a way to go item-wise. Mind Control and Matu are relatively broke, you know, in comparison to other, some of these other characters, but you know, Pugna can still just put out really sick magical damage against this physical team, and that's what we've seen, is that they're just able to blow up some of these heroes and get kills. Puppey has infiltrated the high ground here, and Zai is here as well, though, but they see them. And now the fight going down. Mid one is in. The toss is out as well. Matu pretty banged up. They want to get the kill on him with the Stormhammer going out. Let's see if you see a Hand of God or something. No, Matu is dead. Kuro's Hand of God just seconds away. He goes down as well. No buyback. And Team Liquid in some trouble here. Mid one, oh my god, the skewer just barely misses him. I don't think it would have been enough to get the kill. Nisha getting a kill on Shadow. No buyback available. So looks like the GG calling out here, and Liquid actually not going to be able to continue standing tall. They are going to get taken out here. The Aegis gets reclaimed. Or maybe that, oh no, that was the Mega's noise. Excuse me. That one and the other one's still kind of new to me. New to me, dang it. So, unfortunately, Team Secret rolling through. Liquid, I knew it was going to be a tough one. And I think support-wise, you know, the fighting capabilities of Sven and Rubik maybe proved to be a little bit too versatile, or I guess more applicable in the early game. Puppey, you can see 2-2-8, Yapzor 4-2 and 6. Meanwhile, Kuro died 7 times, GH died 8 times. So that was just kind of an example of, you know, how mid one and Puppey and Yapzor were able to kind of coordinate in that tri-lane compared to the tri-lane of Kuro, GH, and Shadow. Definitely also maybe, you know, some language coordination slash, you know, how the gameplay focus went down. They definitely kind of got disconnected a few times in the early game, or just, you know, Kuro and GH getting picked on while Shadow just kind of farming. So those are things that, you know, you wonder whether it's the draft or more circumstantial with the roster and how they played it. So that's game one, ladies and gentlemen. Cheering for Liquid to run this back, game 2, game 3. But we're going to take a break real quick. Maybe get another pot of coffee going. We'll see. Okay, hang tight, ladies and gentlemen. I'll put some music on. Sorry, I forgot about music for a second. Let me get that music going. Should be some nice chill shit too while we wait. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa! Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are waiting for a game to get going. Video output low. We're gonna get some more Minesweeper going while we're waiting. I've resigned myself to changing my mouse settings every time I want to Minesweep now, because I like the flexibility of where my settings are otherwise, but this is my ideal Minesweeper mouse sensitivity. Okay, that drink's alright. Passes the test. You know, maybe Team Liquid lost that last game because I didn't do well enough in my Minesweeper. I don't want to talk like that in case I don't do well enough in my Minesweeper this time. Oh my god, what am I doing? But it's motivation for me to do well in my Minesweeper. Oh, actually, yeah, that was legit. I did like one of those kind of sort of probably best guess clicks, but then, oh, that was a 50-50. Fuck. We flying, boys and girls. Oh, he nails the 50-50. The first one, anyways. Fuck. That was great. That was rubbish though in there. I think I was kind of stuck. Oh, looks like our game is up. I think we're still pretty early in the draft though, so we still got time for some Minesweeper. Still some time to redeem myself. Not bring dishonor upon the Team Liquid name. Oh.
Secrets. Turn to pick.
Oh, look at that. First pick, Elder Titan. Let's go, boys. I wonder if that's Kuro.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh, what am I doing?
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Ooh, ew. Shadow Shaman versus ET is pretty strong.
Seconds remaining. seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to pick.
Spend some time on that one though. So that's probably Yapzor and Puppy's characters. And Sven again, kind of a good pickup against ET, but then again at the same time, like ET cuts through the. Actually, that's a really good question. I would guess actually that armor provided by Warcry is not removed by natural order. But the thing with natural order is that it removes the other armor. So armor is still just math. And if you take some of the numbers away, then you're still having an impact.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's ban. Radiant team ban.
I had fought through adversity in that game, but not enough. So I like that Oracle pickup. That certainly solidifies that it's going to be a GH Elder Titan. Of course, I'll be very interested to see what sort of item build he goes for. The last game that he played, he did do phase boots. What did he build after phase boots? Shit. A couple bracers. And then he built Force Staff. So I really like that because Force Staff gives you a bit of utility in terms of running in and punching people in the face. And the stats from the bracers, stats from the bracers are like strong enough. Especially he bought a couple clarities, and so that's like enough regen to get you to the next point. And then I think he bought BKB. Very late game. Bought BKB. Ah, shit. This is the best way to spend drafts, to be honest. I don't know if you guys feel the same. Let me know if you don't.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Outworld Power. That's another sort of mixed bag against ET, because on one hand, ET does really well anytime there is a hero that creates a focal point of the action, right? So it almost doesn't matter whether it's for your team or if it's a scenario that's against your team, because you're going to be counter initiating. So if there's anything that like kind of gets people grouped up, that plays in your favor. Beastmaster ET, if they do end up laning that together, or if they do end up going back to a tri-lane, Beastmaster ET is great combo. I mean, you have Roar, whether that's to set up the split earth or vice versa, sort of. And if they are laning together early, then Boar Slow helps set up the ET Stomp in early game.
Dire team's turn to pick.
another sort of mixed bag because, you know, ET almost in some ways with some of these heroes, you kind of can force them to wait until you've shown. I don't know why I wanted to click on
10
that.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Almost panicked, but that was salt. Oh wow. Oh, ooh. Wait, we're doing good, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh! Oh, 66-1! Oh. That's the good omen we needed, ladies and gentlemen. That is the good omen we needed. Oh. That's like a top 5 personal record. Woo! Should we tweet about it? Maybe we should. Let me see how many times I've gotten an expert score between 60 and 68. Okay, okay, actually, not a top 5 score. Not a top 5 score. On my Minesweeper history over here, I got a 63. That's my current PR on July 25th of 2018. The same night, the same day.
10 seconds remaining.
Wow. The same day I got, oh, it's in GMT.
5 seconds
So the same day later, I got, oh, so maybe that's the next day. I got 66 seconds. Anyways, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is my sixth best time on Expert. Sixth best time on Expert. All right, let's see what's going on with this game. Is that really though? Yeah, okay, that is. I'm like, is that really my best score?
5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to pick. Radiant team's turn to pick.
Juggernaut.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Faceless Void.
Choose your hero.
Okay, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Tweet was sent. We have too many tabs of Chrome open. Looks like we got Matu on the Monkey King, Shadow on the Juggernaut, Nisha on the Faceless Void, and the mid one on Outworld Devourer. So this is a rough ET game, but you know, it's got some pretty good teammates. Got a pretty good coach. It's got some good advice over the years about Elder Titan. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, as we step into game 2 here. If you missed it in between games, I got 66 seconds on Expert Minesweeper. It's glorious. That's the best time I've had in a while. I was feeling it.
Prepare for battle.
I knew in my bones. I had a good Minesweeper time coming up. Mind Control loves that one. And I love that one too. Let's see, Dota Plus, what do you think? Oh, pretty flat line. Dota Plus barely leaning towards Secret off the draft. They do have a pretty brutal draft. But I believe in the GH Elder Titan. I believe he has learned some things. He has been taught some ways. And I think that this tri-lane is going to work out. I was like, there's 2 couriers.
30 seconds to battle.
Boar running around again. Lines being drawn by GH. Maybe trying to help Shadow out with some things. Spirit being faked out for a hot second and then casted. They're going to ping Puppy as well. Once the Spirit runs into him and hits him, then he can get it drawn back to him. They're going to trade the right runes for the left runes. And plus 32 damage. So they're seeking a little bit, mainly just to kind of fake out and harass. And see exactly what's going on down here. It looks like it'll be Zai alone. And then Nisha and the Shadow Shaman up against the Beastmaster. So they might rotate one of those players up. I would think that maybe against the Sven here, that just GH would be fine protecting Shadow. I'm sure we're going to kind of get a revolving cast of supports in lanes that they're in. Right now, last hit denies going better off for mid one. That also helps out. It's probably going to be pretty obnoxious stuff. And actually, both camps were blocked with the Eagle and the presence of the players. So that might just kind of fake out Zai a little bit. Certainly, I think it's pretty helpful to have those camps around for the damage potential it gives Elder Titan. Like if they were to have camps there now. But also there's obvious benefits to blocking the camps. A ward being brought out now, see, and they don't even have a ward down here, so that's what's kind of funny. It's like, I think they must have only bought the one ward in order to sort of fake out Puppy here. But then again, Puppy's a pretty smart lad, and if Kuro doesn't body block one of these, looks like he's going to body block this. So Kuro out-ladding him. Kuro's going to body block it, and now Puppy will see that this one spawns, and for another minute, he might think that there's a ward over there. Then again, when it comes to the meta games, he also might think that Kuro's just faking him out. But Sentry is going to come over. We'll see where he goes. Maybe Kuro will get a little chuckle inside when he sees on the replay that Puppy drops a ward over there, a Sentry ward. Dota's definitely one of those games where you can just make these outplays against somebody where then you look back later, you look at what they're doing, and you're just like, ha ha ha. So like right here, you're just like, he's going to watch this later, and he's going to be like, ha ha ha. Like, they faked him out. You know, they went down there without a rune, or without a ward. I don't know if they faked in the inventory, whether they had a ward or not. And he's actually going to come over here again to block the spawn physically. First blood has been given up, unfortunately. GH, or the pole got pinged out, so GH dealing with the pole and mind control going down. But that's like kind of in some ways is a push, right? Because you got the XP deny by pulling the wave away at the same time. So GH now has these creeps to work with, and he's also just, oh my god, plus 75. Look at this. He's got no mana to do anything, and he's just going to punch him down. He can actually cycle his damage here if you cast Spirit and then have it come back to you. He could have cycled his damage and then continued to just wailed away, but we're missing out on last hits, and now in terms of where the timing is, he's going to try to get another stack here. And, okay, that camp, you know, he already cleared. So just to educate, what you can do is you can pull this camp up. You can cast your Spirit over here right before you do it, and then you can walk your Spirit over here, and then you can pull that camp as well. So that's the double stack technique over here. You can also pull them this way. You can cast your Spirit here, run your Spirit into this camp, and run your Spirit into that camp as well. I think you need boots to pull it off, but that's how you triple stack up there, and it's fucking glorious. I used to believe that Elder Titan was stronger on Radiant, but honestly I feel like he's a lot stronger on Dire now in terms of the ways that they've changed the camps. You can't triple stack on this side, but you can triple stack on this side. You can't, I haven't figured out exactly how to triple stack over here again. There might be a way where you cast the Spirit over here, pull over here, and somehow, but there's just too much distance as I'm missing plays. They get a kill on Zai though. Excuse me. So that's a nice catch up for Team Liquid. Matu rotating over here towards Puppy. I don't think he's going to be able to get anything done here. He will be faster than Puppy, but you know, whatever. They get both the bounties on the right and one of the bounties on the left. Yapsor grabbing the other one. And with that fat stack of creeps, he can run it over here as well. And actually, and then he doesn't quite get the other camp. He needs the boots to be able to do that easily. But then as the Spirit comes back into that, look at that, 153. This shit is ridiculous. And then he's going to stack the camp again. At least he should, in my opinion. At 53, but he's going to... Oh, he's going to pull, which is even better. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's glorious. And then the Spirit hits that. And actually, without boots, if you cast the Spirit, like, here, and then you run the Spirit to, like, here, and then you try to run it up, and you're, like, over on this side, then you can hit all three of those camps without boots and with level 1 Spirit. Look at that. Oh, my God. Okay, he doesn't quite get the kill. But the damage is insane. And that's the thing, too. Before Nisha gets level 6... what'll happen is he can walk up and he can just, oh, he's trying to farm their jungle, I guess.
As foretold.
Yeah, he's kind of missing out there. But basically, now he's also going to miss that window where Nisha's level 6. Before Nisha's level 6. But basically, if you get a lot of damage stacked up and then you run against a Faceless Void, basically you can just like walk up and punch him. And then he backtracks, and then you just punch him again. And if you, what I mean when I say cycle the damage on your Spirit, is that you can, basically, if you have like a shit ton of damage on your Spirit, like plus 300, let's say, if that buff is about to expire, but you cast your Spirit and you hit one thing, and then your Spirit comes back to you, you will maintain the higher amount of damage. So you just need to cast your Spirit one time, have it hit somebody, and come back to you, and then you'll still have the ridiculous amount of damage that you had before. That's really strong. It's a really strong micro aspect of Elder Titan, where if you can extend your bonus damage and the bonus armor that you get, because that's a newer factor of it, is that you get bonus armor. So mid one comes over and clears that stack. That's also an unfortunate reality of Elder Titan's life. You have to be careful about greedy people taking your livelihood. So like here, if Elder Titan does want to get an attack on Faceless Void going, cast the Spirit here, walk it over, walk it down, and then have it run through this camp as you run at Faceless over there. But he's going to pull the lane right now. So, game kind of settling in a little bit. Let's check in with Dota Plus. You can see that was when the early game started going well, and they started feeling secret again. XP and money advantage going away as secret. Nisha level 7 and hasn't used Chrono yet. GH, yeah, might. Yeah, he's undecided. I would stack there. But looking to scare out a stomp or a backtrack. Time walk. Why did I say backtrack? It does have the backtrack duration. Treads out for Shadow. Game's going okay for him. Let's check what actual net worth. Why? There we go. So he's second on net worth. Things going pretty well on mid for sure. Spirit Stomp combo, pretty nice here. Actually does get the Hex out into the Chronosphere. Matu almost walks away. This is going to be dangerous though. Shackles is here as well. And GH clicks on the wrong person, hitting the puppy instead of Yyyyaaaaaaoooo, which he would have liked. Any of his crazy bonus damage is going to be gone. So that sort of attempted gank backfires. 10-minute runes getting pinged out. And mind control is going to have to ditch. I think he just denied it with the boar. And so three runes going the way of Team Liquid and 1 rune getting denied. Loses the boar in return, but that's pretty good. Montu trying to set up on Nisha here. They know, and Roar comes out as well. Should be a stomp. They know that he doesn't have a Chrono. So that's a pretty nice pickup, but doesn't really change anything too majorly. And our Elder Titan here is going to be finishing up another bracer before doing something with his brown boots. Has 1 clarity and a stick. And yep, so not a ton of mana, but does have enough for Hex or a Shackles. Stomp coming out is going to miss mid 1 though.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And with Elder Titan, you have to be careful about your mana. Does have enough for 1 more Stomp here. But if he doesn't, if they don't engage here, then... Oh, nice deny by Matu. So in the end, this actually turns into a very positive situation for Team Liquid. They've gotten the deny on the tower. Matu got a few kills on some wards, so that's some free money. Trying to get the contain on mid 1 here. And, oh, unfortunate. I guess he wasn't sure if he was going to get the Astral, if he was going to Astral himself or Astral Matu, which is why he was waiting there, because basically... If you go for the stomp and he astrals himself and you've mistimed it, he's going to get away there. You know, but if you've held the stomp and he astrals himself, then that's easy peasy. And he certainly did try to get the stomp off after he realized that Matu was the target of the astral. GH, he's going to grab the tome. Looks like some clarities and other stuff. And that was Kuroki getting chewed up there. We do have the stomp coming out here though, as the shackles are out, but GH running him down. Doesn't have the biggest amount of damage on him. He's just level 5 and he's gone 3-2 on his build. And stomp just comes off cooldown now. Not going to be able to save Shadow, and really everybody except for the Outworld Devourer able to escape that. Just going to use the Tome to get level 6 here. Doesn't have the mana. Does use the Shrine, but they're trying to engage here. Seems like a bit of miscoordination there. Could maybe save the Shrine for after the fight, after everybody was ready for it, but whatever. Doesn't matter. GH certainly need the mana. He can burn a Clarity on somebody else if they're really hungry for the mana. So getting the kill on the Outworld Devourer, definitely very nice. Doesn't really change Dota Plus's opinion on things.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Zai has the Vlads building into Greaves. So disregarding the need for a Blink Dagger right now. And there's that Time Walk. Very obnoxious. Couldn't quite get the burst damage just right to get the kill. You're going to see the Shrine being popped and see exactly where Nisha's at. And with Oracle here, you know, they do have some good save against Faceless Void. Faceless Void has the Chronosphere ready. 15-minute runes, a minute away. And there's the Chrono just to get Kuro, which seems like one of those like shrug, okay. And actually it doesn't even get the kill on Kuro. Good stomp by GH, hitting him right in the end of the edge of the range. Is going to throw down the ulti. Yapzor with the channeled shackles is going to be stuck there. So here's that survivability I was talking about, as you know, 2 ultimates were used on 2 different players, and in both cases those players just walking away. With GH getting the warded surround and Kuro being the focus of a Chronosphere. Matu kind of low on the mana. It's gonna sort of a weird effect there. He's gonna get banished. That still puts him back on the tree. Kind of oddly, they don't get the rune on the Dire left, or Radiant left, but they at least get 1 out of the whole equation. Mind control in the midst of the Radiant jungle.
Who could turn away from this battle?
And he's gonna see Nisha running, coming at him though, and Nisha's gonna be a little bit like, oh, what? He sees those ancients. He's gonna jump forward, runs into the boars, and at this point, my controller could just TP away. Nisha's gonna ping, but he doesn't necessarily know exactly where whoever was. Zai's got the buckler. GH stomping away, and I certainly understand the need for maxing Echo Stomp first.
Not much good's happening to
I don't play Pro Dota, so I can't debate about Pro Dota things. But I really enjoy having Spirit maxed at level 7. The Stomp has increased in damage a bit, and you do have to remember that when it says 160 damage, that's 160 from both Elder Titan and the Spirit. So if you are next to your Spirit, or your Spirit is not out, and you cast Stomp, then oh, they're gonna scout this out. Then your Stomp is doing 160. But in the case of you being right by it, it does 320 when it's maxed out. So the creep clear is pretty significant, especially if you get the extra 100, so then it's doing 520 if you're right next to somebody. Puppy with this Invis rune, he snagged that and then TP'd bottom. I don't know if Mind Control saw that. And with this TP coming in as well, yeah, okay, now he's like, takes a second for mid one to get here, and they actually choose not to engage. I'm not quite sure who else is here. Indeed, it is Matu and Shadow. Shadow banished. I think he was just about to cast his Omni Slash. I was gonna say, hopefully he didn't lose the cooldown of it. I wouldn't think that that's necessarily possible, but just, you know, just insane. And GH alone pulling out an eXtine impression. Actually, if it was a full eXtine impression, he would be like farming this jungle or that jungle, but at least he's pushing lanes. Shadow, great Blade Fury timing to make sure that he gets away from that Stormhammer. They're just going to TP out. GH been pushing the lanes, going to continue to do so. And this is going pretty well for Liquid. You can see that just, you know, in comparison to last game. Last game they were kind of getting steamrolled a little bit earlier at this point. And there we see a similar build to what I mentioned yesterday. That GH employed yesterday, but looks like he's going to try to get that BKB first instead of going for a Force Staff. And Hex coming out on Kuro. Puppy's there as well, so Kuro going to try to save himself, but that's about all that can be done. Is to just delay. Oh, he's going for the creep to die. That would have been glorious. Shadow having to run away from mid one here. Mid one not quite going to be able to snag him. Mid one's got the got the Midas, so going for a Hex. It's his next item. Not too far away from it. About 900 gold. Plus 132 on the ET damage. And wow, look at this split push from Mind Control. Pretty surprising. Not surprising, I guess, that he's doing it, but surprising the damage that he's been able to accomplish. And there comes a Battle Fury recipe for our Faceless Void. Mind Control looking to finish up Necro Books. And Kuro's going to find Nisha here. He's going to get the lockdown. That's going to go into the Spirit Stomp. Perfect spacing on that. Goes into the ulti as well, so he's got that full combo lined up. They're trying to get the kill on him. Wow, so close. Does do the burst. It's going to end up healing him, though. Elder Titan is missing. He's going to be missing now. He doesn't have the Earth Splitter ultimate ready. And now the point's being put into Astral Spirit as well to finish it. So he got the one value point at Natural Order. One of his last 2 levels. Gets completely blown up there, unfortunately. Yeah, so generally what I like, and I mean, my build on ET is kind of greedy. You know, it's not in the, you know, my intent is to help my team, but it is not the best team skill build. As I go for, at 5, I'm 1-3-1. Matu trying to get the stun on to save Kuro. Does get the disarm out here. Putting damage on the mid one. The Omni Slash comes out as well, so that's a big kill on mid one. Puppy has gone down as well. Everybody alive for Team Liquid, so their durability a lot better in this this game compared to last. They're able to stand and fight. Still got Clarities being used by GH. And that's something as well that, you know, we saw from the open AI. They used a lot of consumables, and that's something that you just generally see in pro games, you know, but something that, you know, significant to note in that open AI game. And you know, personally, I you know, continue to kick myself to use more consumables in times like this, which, you know, it's 20 minutes into the game, but, you know, ET his regen without, you know, good regen items is pretty terrible. But you can be pretty picky about when you're casting your spells, so you don't necessarily need, you know, a ton of regen. A few clarities can go a really long ways and can enable you to buy other items quicker that are perhaps more important. So I'm going to throw the Split Earth as well. That's going to just help with the escape. Does get rid of a few trees, but also does still slow down the Outworld Devourer. Nisha's got a Chronosphere, is going to see Matu just TP in here. We have Kuro rotating to try to help out to make sure, but Kuro actually, unfortunately, gets stuck right on the edge. Very perfectly placed Chrono, not just hitting Matu, but making sure that he puts it out as far out as possible. Aegis getting reclaimed. And that's unfortunate. So a few kills bled over, and we are in, you know, kind of an influential swing position in this game. And hopefully I didn't speak too early when I mentioned Liquid being able to withstand early pressure. You know, they haven't lost Shadow there, you know, which is something that is an important distinction. When a Shadow might have to come back here to help defend. He's gonna have that Maelstrom on the way. Mind Control, meanwhile, still continuing to split push with just Puppy doing the delay. Ravage has come out here, though, gets the kill on Kuro. GH teleports out, and he really only gets the stomp on our Tidebringer. 18 seconds away from his ulti. The ulti of the Outworld Devourer doing good damage to Matu. Shadow does dodge it. Now taking a lot of damage, though. Stun locked. Matu has thrown out his ulti, but he's going to be in trouble here. There's more damage coming from the wards. They can't all reach him, but Matu is going to go down here. The split push of Mind Control has been threatening this top tower, excuse me, is going to pull MC back, but you know, when you compare that to what they have been able to accomplish, they're staying in here. Yapzor gets the shackles on Kuro, and Kuro going to get bashed down, just MC up, but he's getting chased down here. actually doing a fantastic job of fighting mid one, putting a ton of damage on mid one. I don't think he's gonna be able to get the kill here, as mid one was as low as 50 health, but they get the kill on the boar, and they've lost a lane of racks, and they put 4 damage on the top lane tower. So that seems unfortunate.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
Shadow trying to build up to Molnir. He's going to run right into Nisha. Drops the Chrono. And once again, very unfortunate that Kuro just caught right on the other side. The Bash is going to come out as well. So that was an easy 2-kill Chrono. It's really hard to argue with and hard to compete against as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So once again, a little bit of a communication gap, where Secret has just been able to get picked off. And really, you know, Team Liquid have been a very dominant team when they've been at their best. They've had a few bumps in the road with some of their qualifying attempts right after TI. I'm sure we're tied into exhaustion. Besides that, really the last time that we saw them, you know, lose was in TI, taking 4th place, with Miracle kind of getting picked off in, you know, awkward situations, which was a lot of their undoing. And in the games that we've seen them lose in this tournament so far, it has been their undoing. And Shadow has been kind of just getting picked off in awkward situations, or not quite getting able to farm. Mind Control once again though, providing some distractions, stretching this game out, getting some rat, and getting a little bit more damage on that top tower. We have Matu has popped his BKB. It's not quite just his first one. He's used it a few times, and they aren't able to get any chase down kills. So Zai's got Greaves up, Puppy in true form of support Sven, Arcane Boots. Going Lotus Orb, Nax has either the money for the Perseverance or the Plate Mail. I get the Plate Mail. Sven clearing some wards out. Oof, ouch. Definitely was saying, I don't really want to take a look at that Dota Plus. And that's about as close as it gets. 97%. It does get higher. They're waiting on Roshan to respawn. Going to be another 40 seconds. But we'll be able to take Roshan when it's up. 40 seconds left on these Necro units as well. MC. Oh, weird. I think it was showing. Yeah, okay. So if you select somebody, and then you select their Necro units, it shows the Necro units cost. So that's a great Omni Slash though. This stomp should be pretty effective as well. It's going to stop Puppy. Mid one has died. Great splitter from the Elder Titan as well. Nisha pretty fully healed. Zai has to back up. Oh my god, they're turning around on Nisha. Get the kill there. And Shadow has been held down. He does have buyback. The Necro Warrior is going to get killed by mid one, costing him some health in exchange. Zai still pretty low in health. Has used the Greaves to get the explosion kill on Mind Control. So Liquid trying to limp away. GH going to teleport out. And so does Matu. So Shadow probably, you know, will concede this tier 2 up here. And then Shadow should just be respawning.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
And Diffusal ready for
Dire's
Matu.
top tower is gone.
It's going to help a little bit, but definitely a little late. I mean, he bought Battle Fury first. I think one of the other games we saw him do the Diffusal first. Roshan's up now. Aegis and Cheese available. creeps pushing top. Matsu's going to take care of that. We'll see the defusal. And Roche not going down too quickly, but Elder Titan and company a little bit away. It's right on the edge of where the Spirit's not going to have a lot of time to hang out there. You can see, I didn't even get a chance to really get set up on that far right or far left side of the pit. They have been able to scare off Team Secret though. And Shadow is just gonna bully his way in there and say, you know what? I'm just gonna try to take it. Zai walks in, gets Omni Slash to his trouble, Ed blown up, taken out. He buys back instantly, says, you know what? No, I gotta be in there. I gotta get that Ravage. Chronos goes down, trying to force this fight. There goes the Split Earth. Radiant is gonna get the kill. Nisha is gonna get the Aegis. He goes down immediately afterwards though. Yaps are very low. And Puppy getting chased out. He's very low as well. Mind Control gonna go down. Shadow on the run. And Matu in there, gonna get saved by the GH Stomp. Yapzor and Puppy still very low, but still very alive. And 3 down, might be 4, as the Ogre Club has been bought by GH previously, and he's gonna buy back instantaneously. It doesn't really have good items in order to escape. And gets the stomp there, but it's just him and Shadow. Shadow out on the map as well, trying to find some money real quick. And the shackles, yeah, devastating against Elder Titan. He's gonna get chewed up, spit out. Shadow still farming. Just Kuro a second away from respawning. TP is out. He is gonna try to make this hold, but the GG is called. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Rivals, Secret and Liquid. Secret taking the upper hand in this upper bracket matchup here. Team Liquid without their mid player Miracle for personal reasons, so playing with the stand-in Shadow. And I think you could see some of the effects there where, you know, just that the game could have gone differently, you know, right? Times where Shadow kind of got picked off in the chrono, or just times where maybe the team wasn't fighting super clearly. So Team Liquid getting stronger with every game, but very, very difficult upper bracket matchup to start the playoff segment of this tournament. And unfortunately, a 2-0 loss for them. So that is too bad. But I want to thank you guys for joining me here tonight. Was a pleasure. I'm going to step away and I think just kind of like eat some food, stretch my legs a bit, and then I'm going to start streaming again. I think switch my settings up a little bit as well. YouTube is kind of bothering me, going back and forth between video output low and stream is healthy. So juggle some things, and I'm going to play some Elder Titan. So we got to watch GH play Elder Titan against one of the best teams in the world. And, well, I am Ancient 2, so if you want to watch me play against some top 10% Dota players in the world, tune back in later for some of that. Thanks for watching, then, ladies and gentlemen. I am eXtine, and, well, we will see you guys next time. Peace out!